Thanks everybody for tuning in. You know who I am, Yolanda Frederick Thompson. I'm going to be demoing my Glam.Or.Ring Medium Kit. Okay, stay tuned. So I'm going to take the color Black Night and coat my brush lightly and then wipe away any excess. Then I'm going to just connect her brows. I mean, they're very thick already, so I don't want to put too much product in them. But I just want to perfect them and just fine tune. I'm going to use my lip brush here and just base her eyelids. I'm going to use a lighter color, Sunshine, underneath the brow, right on the orbital bone here. And then we're going to take the darker color, close your eyes, and we're just going to dab the lid. Okay, now notice I'm using the medium kit on her, which is the color that I use. I'm much darker than her, but this kit can stretch through a range of complexions by mixing the concealers together differently. And I'm going to do a nice nude shadow using the eyeshadow brush on the other end of the powder brush to give her her base color. It's really pretty on her. It's like a nice fleshy color with copper and golden highlights in it. And it works well with a range of skin tones. The really awesome thing about these compacts are that they're multi-use, and I try to pick colors that have enough range that they can work with several different types of skin and undertone colors. You can always use your fingers to continue to blend so that you get a very natural transition from one color to the next. And let me just put this brown color here. It's called Chocolate Diamonds, by the way. It's a really pretty warm brown with just a tiny bit of golden flecks in it. So next I'm going to go under the eye. But first I'm going to base under the eye with that cream eyeliner that I was telling you about called Black Night. And Black Night I can also use in her brow to shape her brow. I can use it to define her lashes. It can also be used as a lip liner, believe it or not. I'll have to show you how that works. I know you don't believe me, but it really works. So look up. I'm going to sweep the Black Night from the very corner of your eye towards the inside of your eye and fade it out as I get toward the inside corner. So there's a pick on the end of the mascara brush that comes in really handy for things like, separating lashes here in the corner or lifting the trays out to replace them. And then close your eyes. I'm going to do a soft smudge right on top here to create definition and contour around your eye. And then take your finger and smudge it up into your base color. Same thing on this side. Even after you powder, and you see here I can apply my cream liner on top of the shadow and there's no separation. They blend together perfectly. So it's actually giving me like a richer color here. The bronzer is so beautiful. It can be used as eyeshadow, highlight. You can use it in the center of your lipstick to give yourself a shimmery color. But I'm going to use it on the eye here to connect this look. So I'm going to start in the center because it's going to deposit the most color there. You see how rich that is? Look at how pretty it is. It almost goes on like a cream, but it's not. And then you just move upward to blend in your highlight under the brow that we did earlier with the concealer. Same thing on this side. It's so pretty on her. Okay, and I'm going to take this color and I'm going to use it to cut on the inner corner of our eye. Same thing over here. I'm going to take my lightest eyeshadow color, Hazy Days, look up, and I'm going to connect all this together here, all of it together. Just remember I put the black night cream liner under here earlier, so I'm just blending all this together. Smooth the oil onto her skin and under her eyes. So I'm going to start with my lightest concealer first. It's like a really pretty yellow base concealer. It's called Sunshine. And it works really good as a color corrector. And then I'm going to put a little bit here in the center to separate the brows so they don't look too close together. Give us some highlight and separation here. And a little bit on the bridge of the nose to give us a little bounce there. And here, right under the bottom lip. Now I'm going to mix these two colors together to come up with a color that is going to be compatible with her skin tone. So I think this is a good color here. And she doesn't need much, and I'm blending it up into the concealer so I don't see any lines of demarcation. Same thing on this side. And people say, how do you know how much of the light to use as opposed to the dark? You just kind of, there's no formula to it. If you put too much dark, just add a little bit more light to it until you get it right. This powder is called Caramelized in the medium kit. I'm going to start at the outside of the face and work my way towards the inner T-zone area. And because she's in the lighter range for the medium kit, I don't want to go too heavy on the powder under here because I don't want it to deepen the concealer too much. So I'm just going to sweeten lightly in here.
The brushes and everything in the palette are so soft.
Yeah, it took me a while to find this brush. I've never seen a brush like this, but it's so amazing that this little brush can do so many things. So if you're that girl who likes more light under your eyes, when you get done powdering, if you find that the powder has warmed your concealer too much, just go back in with the concealer because the concealer is not very oily at all, and you can just punch it out again and it's not going to separate. It's going to really just melt back into the foundation application nicely. I'm contouring with my color Chocolate Diamond. Just use my brush and make sure that it's blended into the bristles, and then just take it and go under the cheekbones. So just take the Chocolate Diamond and mix it with your concealer. Either the dark or light, depending on how dark you want to go. And you can just tap it and give your contour a little bit more depth. Okay, now I'm going to take the Warm Nectar lip color, and I'm gonna use it for cheek stain. So I'm just gonna stipple right onto the apples of her cheeks. Yeah, it's so pretty. It's like a nice sandy color. Really warm and beautiful on her skin. I'm going to turn this blush into a shimmer blush by using the lighter colored eyeshadow called Hazy Days. So I'm going to take a little bit on my brush and blend it into the bristles, and then I'm going to start from the back and go towards the front a bit. Same thing on this side. And then I'm going to highlight with 14 Karat, which is the bronzer that I also use on her eyes. I'm just going to put a little bit right on the cheekbone at the top. You don't need to go. She'll also look really good with using the Vanilla Sky as a highlight from the light kit, and you can always intermix the colors how you want. If you want to buy them individually and put them into your palette, there's an option for that as well. And then you can take a little bit of the chocolate diamond, put it on your fingertip, and just smudge everything until it's soft. And that's how you use the eyeliner cake for lip liner.
I'm usually like really picky about lip products.
Really?
Because some can be so drying on your
Oh
lips.
my gosh. Yeah.
But this one feels really nice.